Good day, welcome to Do It Now. We're doing No Rest for the Wicked with Ladro at level 26. Current agility is 52. Full disclosure, going to be shaking a little bit of rust off today. It's been a spell since I played the game. I've had a few videos recorded in the can, and then had a few scheduled release. If you've been listening to the last few, you'll also know that I had an issue, I think 4 or maybe even 5 videos where I was not getting the live recorded audio as its separate track. It was just coming in empty, which was quite unfortunate. I seem to be latched to this waypoint as well, probably just where I am in the story right now, but I am going to go to Marin Woods and progress that area. So we've done a little bit of Marin Woods, and we finished. Well, I'll show you once we get this open here. But we're clearing out this area to sort of work our way towards the final boss of Marin Woods, also. And then once we have both, we'll probably be quite close to level 30, which is the current cap. So where we were before is right here at this whisper. Just before the lost Huntress. And then in town is this area, and we're here in Marin Woods. So this is the whisper we're at. We have worked our way up to this one, though, and cleared it out. We just have a few blights in that area to deal with. And we have not actually activated this whisper. And it looks like I died there at some point. I think I just dropped from the sky. So before we get started, I just want to make sure we don't have too much in our hands. Yeah, that's okay. Let's just flip through. Those are a little full, but not the end of the world. Okay, let's take our big experience pot right now. That's going to give us 30 minutes of that. Durability. Oh, that's good to have. I'm going to equip this one. No, we'll do the stamina one, just in case we have an issue. We'll use that, I guess. We'll equip it. Okay, so we're just going to go back up to where that waypoint is. And we'll start clearing out the area from above there. We go fairly quick and not be too worried about getting everything along the way. It is handy to pick up these nettles. One benefit of sort of stopping and starting in here. Okay, so we'll light them on fire first. Right bumper and X. Oops, we'll get knocked into the water. Right bumper and X does fire. Light afterwards does overcharge, which does a pretty significant stack of damage. And actually, I should be shooting Plague first, which is A, for even more stacks. Because it stacks different abilities. So A, and then X, and then light. Just to get out of the way after the X-Force. Find a little shot in the butt. Always need resources, especially as we progress through new areas. We're going to keep getting those whispers. And some of them are going to light up for us automatically and be yellow. And some of them are going to cost 32 sort of units of resources. But different items are different value towards that. So something like wood, for example, tier 3 is... A tier 1 wood is only 0.5 of a value point towards that. Plague, fire... Sends them absolutely flying. Big dude up top. Like fire, stack the fire up a little bit. It does build up. And it's an even bigger pop if you have more fire stacked up. That ladder is not kicked down, eh? Interesting. Some tomatoes. Tasty birch. few more birches here. Birch is a tier 3 wood, so I have a silver axe that I'm cutting it with. Also tier 3. Have we progressed this at all? Not really. Okay. Well, we can give up plagued items. Although I think I'm always going to hold on to that archer cap. Off, right? Because I can change it out if I need to. No. These are worth 0.5, the small vials. Might be worth clearing out some of those in the inventory. There we go. Make the offering, and now we've emoted the whisper. I'm also going to channel this one just to make sure that this is where we are linked. It's worth doing because we're at the start of a session. I'm not going to do a real town loop, but I am going to pop in and just say hi to Captain Randolph. Because I might be able to accomplish some challenges or bounties while we're just progressing through this area. So it's worth popping in here and activating these. Doesn't take much time. Here's all the dailies. And here is all the weeklies. So don't really need to know what they are at the moment. Could also go... Okay, let's do that real quick too. Since we're in town... I would like to progress Marin Woods, but I also, at some point, I want to do a session here in the Roost. Oops, not that. Enter. Because we're increasing the comfort level inside the player housing. You see right now it's at 108 out of 150, but it can actually go to 250. And you can see this place is actually quite cluttered. So what we can do is, especially the vases and things, we can stack them, the vases and the books and stuff. So it's worth doing to get this buff. But for now we're going to get the extra buff, because that'll last basically the whole time we're going to be doing this video. So now we have the buff from our experience gain, and we have the buff from just being in the player housing. I'm not going to deal with an inventory dump this moment. May regret that later, but time will tell. So we'll head back to our spot in Marin Woods. Hopefully it's smart enough to know where our last location is. Yes, Seeker's Rest. Hopefully it doesn't keep pulling us back down to the last Huntress. But that is where our quest is supposed to be taking us right now. But it should just take us back to our last visited one. Oh, we got more friends here. Let's light them up big first. Let the lightning do the job. Plague. Very effective. Repetitive. Effective system. Okay, so we're going to come up here. See that one up top? Here's how we get to that. So we'll come down this way. Grab this and that, and there's some silver in here. Great for running around and sort of attention to detail stuff. Little timing games to mix in. Keep the skills fresh. And now from this upper position, there's again minor resources to grab. Ooh, a little late. Okay, now drop down, jump to the top of these, top of this one, and now we can use one of our dire nettle spores and clear out some of what was down below. Not all of it, because we have to get over to the other side as well to finish the job. Now before jumping up that way, I do want to see if I can come back down. Remember there was that ladder that wasn't kicked down. I don't know how to get to that offhand. See if we can find our way. Might be more awkward than necessary. Okay, let's try to go up top, and we'll deal with where we're going. If you know something I'm missing, please feel to shout it out in the comments and let me know what I'm doing wrong. I'll come back and we'll revisit it so that people can see where to go. So we cleared some of these away. I'm just going to clear these guys again. I know we did them in the last video as well. Maybe now that we've cleared one of those dire nettles away, there's a different access point. Time for the lightning, I think. Need some stamina. I'm going to do a food. A little snack here. Got him. Stack up a dire nettle. Always useful to have on hand. Okay, now can we get down here and do something now? We can sort of walk between them. Yeah, we can see that one. Let's see what we can get over and do. Well, we can get... Were we not able to get into the log before? Let's go down this way. Nice to be able to get right up in their faces and deal with that. Standard meat chunk. Decent. Oh, I already got him. It's just a single hit. Okay, so this, I think, is an area we've been through. Let's have a look at what we've opened up. Yeah, we've been down this way. There is a top side to this, though. Deal with that. Okay, so we were able to look down into this pit, and we went around the bottom side of the pit. And that's not how you get in there. But instead, let's go this way. Oh.
The forest. No.
Conversation.
No, not the
Vanetta.
forest. There's someone calling to us.
Can see the way down to some degree from here. Look at the pressure wave on the leaves from the axe hit. Such an artistic attention to detail. Really sets the mood and vibe for this game. Okay, so this ladder needs kicking down, but we can climb on top of it. There we go. We've gotten to the next nettle. There's the spore for you. And that's cleared out down there. Okay, so let's drop down for the moment now that we can safely... How do we get back up there from that? That's interesting. Do I have to sidle along this? Let's see. I'm a little stuck because of where I fell down. I'm free. Oh, I could have just walked around the bottom of it, apparently. Roots and research papers. So before we weren't able to get up to this. Now, removing that nettle is also a form of a shortcut, realistically. Similar to kicking down ladders in this game. So this ladder needs kicking down. But we were here before and we couldn't get through because of the nettles. And now we're back to this log space. And this reconnects back to where Seeker's Rest is. So now we can get up here, for one. And this is going to be one of those sort of drops of faith. But see that at the top? We're going to get back to that from the other side. A little golden one. We can't get across, so we're going to have to drop down. Oh! Found the wrong spot. Okay. So hopefully this brings us back to Seeker's Rest. And then it's going to be an extraordinarily short walk back. Yeah, important to hit the water when you do the drops. No, see, it's still taking us back to this one. Strange. Seeker's Rest. Must be based on the quest. Unfortunate. Okay, I'm going to try to aim for about an hour for each of these episodes. Let me know if you think that's a good time. It's been working for you so far. Okay, straight off the edge. Land in the water. Much more helpful. This little creature seems friendly. Another one. I don't have any real focus built up right now, so I'll do some X shots. Some regular ones. There we go. Cleared. I am going to go back to that water area, though, because I think I saw some fish jumping around in there. So it seems like it's a bit of a glade as well. You're looking at my character to find the circle while fishing. It's not at the hook site, as it is in some games. There it is. And the green circle is full. Towards the red area. It's time to hit it. There's a face in the water here. Just checking the edges to see if there's anything else hidden away. Climb up area there, and there's a walk-through area over here. And what about this bottom? This door is locked from the other side. Okay. So let's climb up first. See what's going on. We can get to that. Interesting area in behind here. So let's climb up this. Huh. He's still dotted up down here. See, rough cut meat. Even though we're in a tier 3 area, we still pick up rough cut meat. And that's what you're going to use to make the... what's it called? It's one of the... It's a curry. Meat and mushroom curry, I think it's called. Let's have a look. See if I'm right. This one right here. Meat, mushroom, and meat curry. That's the best food you can make with the rough cut meat. And it's still quite handy food to have on hand. So you're always... it's always worth holding on to a stack of that. And just keep replenishing it. We have made the call now that since I have the cook stove back at base, Nettle, underneath us, let's have a look. Huge area just got cleared up. So because I have the cook stove back at base camp, we're basically going to only cook while we're there, which frees up inventory space as well, because we're not carrying a mixed bag of stuff. So now that we have that cleared, we should be able to come up here where they were fighting us from, and finally loot this chest. There we go. Now let's not forget, right there it is. We'll get to that from the other side. Okay. Just still looking for that branch where we saw the golden little loot ball. I'm feeling like I don't have my silver shovel yet, just from that experience. Let's have a look. Iron, iron. So pickaxe and shovel we're still looking for in silver format, which is the tier 3. We will still hop down and do the rest of that. Look at that area over there, though, with the wings and the beak. But we did clear this up to go up this way. There's quite a space over here. This is the town. Okay, well, we're getting a little off topic, I suppose, with doing the town at this point. Oh, this is an interesting one. So you get to the bottom, and it's like, oh, how do I get to that middle shelf? Because I'm down here. We'll climb up and through that, and you come out the other side. metal shelf. Because you can't, like, you as a person could get off the ladder on that metal shelf, but your person doesn't. And we come out the bottom, another spore. So let's just have a look in our inventory real quick. We're probably already starting to build up a bit of a collection, which is super handy. Yeah, we have 4 right now. So anytime we run into one of those plants, we can easily hand out a spore. We do want to keep finding them to make sure that whenever we do encounter a plant, we have a spore handy. Each plant has a spore somewhere in its vicinity to sort of help you find it. Part of the quest is to get that particular one, but it's so easy to set yourself up for success and have some ready to go in advance. Gonna have a little snack. Just getting mixed in the middle with these guys a little bit. Feeling a little frisky. Seeing what they got capable of. Okay, there we go. Lots of hides. Okay, so there's lots of areas to drop into this town from. Got this little chest spot at the back. And then we can walk across the tightrope. I'm going to give you a little map orientation in a moment here. Oh, I'm stuck in a little wedge spot again. There we go. And then from this roof, we can walk across and get onto this roof. And from here, I think we just drop into this house. That. We can come back out through this area. I wish we could just jump to this ladder, but I don't think that's how that's going to work. We have to go around the side to get to that. That's okay. Okay, let's do a little map orientation. So, we started here at this whisper, and in order to clear this, we went up and around and got the first plant, and then we went down through this log over here, came out the side, and were able to come around into this area again, and there was another plant up top that cleared this portion, and it let us get to the top of this log. That's where we were. That cleared up here. We dropped into the water. This is where I died. We did just this basic clear. Now we can keep going this way to come around and deal with the pit. We can come up here, and there's just a lot of paths to go. So we've come up this road because we cleared another plant away, and now we're in the top area above this town. And if you can see down the way here, just pick up a mushroom. See down there, there's another plant, and there's a big town to the right. So let's go down and say hello. We'll clear the town out. Get some map area cleared up. There's some quests that come from that town space as well. And then we'll go over and deal with the big bad afterwards. We can access that from 2 sides. A little dance with the wolf. Oh, I'm burning this farm field down. It's unfortunate for the people. But I mean, they're kind of stuck under this cover right now. Being attacked by these people. Oh, I'm locked into the tree. This is unfortunate. There we go. Got him. Yeah, so once you start cutting a tree, there's no stepping off of that. You're going to finish the tree up. So there's ways out of this town to the left as well. And we'll explore that a little bit more as we depart the town. But for now, let's work our way down into it. It's targeting the plant. Well, since we already have 4 on hand, we can just walk up here and hand one off. Use the dire nettle spore. I bet you we can jump to that from up top here. Yep. Easy enough. There's a moat down there, which of course has fish in it. It's not where my hook is, but they'll probably let me get away with it. I think so. Oops. Crab. Take a little swim through the water. Always worth exploring the little weird waterways that exist at the side. Especially on a game like this that really rewards that exploration and shows you nuances and new areas and hidden gems, and generally worth doing. That's where you're going to get a lot of these resources. That's where you're going to get sometimes equipment. Oh yeah. Threw a rock at me. Did we get them? Are they done? I don't know. I think they're done. Hope they don't just pop out again. So we'll have to hop back over to it from that spar later on. I'm going to go across. You can hop into the town from there. I'm just going to see what's at the end of the road. First, looks like we can climb up here. Get some blueberries. Worth the climb already. Delicious. Let's go up to the rooftops. There's a plant in the middle of town square there. Climb up there. Come on. Chest up here. Look, there's a little blue dot halfway down that climb as well in the building. So now we're on the actual roof, which will probably let us... Let's try and jump across the street. Nope! Okay, still alive somehow. These are not villainous, I believe. So let's go pick up this. Whatever this item is. Oh, an apple pie. We can talk to.
I can't wake them up.
Nothing good happens in these towns, unfortunately. Well, I suppose our arrival can be classed that way. Charcoal. Can we climb up here? No. Here's one of those little garden spaces a lot of these levels have. Little tomato patch. And since we have the nettles for it, let's do that. Continuation of the garden. So many resources in such a tight space, always worth grabbing. And I find they and most of the resources in this game respawn quite quickly. You really want to get the silver tools for the other two. What a difference having the better tool swing.
Hear them calling to me.
A serim in our village? The gods are cruel to bring you to us only now. My wife can't seem to hear me anymore. Only the voices that beckon her into the forest. Come back to me, Esther.
Well, they were hoping that, I guess he was hoping we had showed up a little sooner before whatever happened with this town. Over here now, we'll see if we can restore some order and safety. Starting by cutting all their trees down. Seems like a fair way to do things. Getting some spruce. Which is tier 2 wood. Pine is tier 1. Birch is tier 3. We do actually still need some like basic tier 1 items. I think we need some tier 1 unrefined copper, for example. Item up there. Probably get to that from the wood pile. Let's try it. No, we can't continue to climb the wood pile. Okay. Let's do the drop down over here then. Huge looting space in this town. Definitely want to bring that back down to 2 smacks and 2 digs. 3 is needlessly laborious when you're doing a lot of these harvests. It really does add up quickly.
Voices at the temple, where our prayers are heard, where we hear our prayers. At the temple.
She seems well. Gonna check up top now. There we go. Another dire nettle spore. Ugh. It's a difficult one sometimes. Let's do the safe drop down. Probably can't get back up that. No, we cannot. Now we're on the wood pile. Lithop herbs. Okay. This is the sort of back corner. Oh, being pulled out. We get to see her work. She's been on her own in the wilderness for quite some time. Pretty handy with the sword. They never seem to run away from me.
Sarum, of course. You're like a pebble in this island's shoe, aren't you? I normally give a better show, but these Balaktar are getting bolder. Why are you here? To help? Or to prey on the weak like these vultures? No bars between us now.
Why are you asking questions of a person who clearly doesn't speak? I do seem to be sentimental, though. I've given her back. I believe her mother's sworn. Oh, there you go.
My horn. I thought I'd lost it. You are anything but predictable, Sarum.
This savage killing machine that doesn't seem to harm other humans.
Something wrong with the village. Can you hear it? A voice beneath the wind. Calling me. I must find Mender Ermgard. The note on her door says she's gone west in search of a remedy.
West, you say?
Your choices are your own, Sarum. But Marin is worth saving.
Okay, so let's have a look. We have proceeded quite a bit. We were here when we last did a map check. We cleared the right side a little bit, or sorry, left, just so we could get the shores. And then we really hugged right through this process. That just allowed us to clear this area all the way along the mountain edge. And I am going to go further up this path now, just to show even further to that corner. She's saying we're going to go west, but we're not going to follow her just yet. We're trying for as much of a clear as we can, so as I go through again, if there's something you are not seeing me doing, and you're watching, you're like, hey man, right next to you, right there, you just missed it. Call that out in the comments and let me know, and we'll investigate that and go back and figure it out. I'm going to climb up there for a moment. No. Can we go up in here? Looks like there's a note. I am gathering herbs in the forest through the cavern to the west. If you are from Marin, do not lose hope. If you are a traveler, do not linger here. Mender Ermgard. So that's what she said. That's what she said. Outside is that she's gone to the west, and she's going to chase after that healer and talk to her. So for now, we're going to clear up and steal everything out of her garden. That seems like a good way to be a guest at someone's house. And then we're going to climb up. No. How do we get up on top of this place? I feel like we should be able to. So there's a door down here as well. Not openable from our current orientation. Some tasty herbs. Ooh, kick down. Every opportunity to do those. These little towers are interesting. Well, let's see where that kickdown leads us, because we can get back up from there. Looks like a little glade, little forest space. Gonna try walking under the waterfall as well. Usually a good idea to test. Doesn't always pay off, but there definitely has been some. Look at that. Okay. So can we climb this boulder? No. Oh, we can. Look at this. Hop across. Another nettle. Good to keep that nettle count up. Decent sized blade. There's a goat on a boat. Goat blood. Well, that's a fun resource to have on hand. Never know when you need some goat blood.
Through the forest.
Oh, that's where he landed.
Village.
At last we are one.
I'm going to clear out the bottom edge of the village here, and there is actually a couple vendors, I
I am
believe.
the meadow. Let the grass grow over.
They may not be ready to be
He looks after
vendors
us.
just yet.
He'll keep us safe.
But we can get them there. We'll help them out.
Through the meadow, that is where we must go.
They're currently hearing the call of the meadow.
I should go to them. There are so many voices calling.
Hush.
Yeah, so they're not going to be useful to communicate with right now. This is where we could have stepped in from before. I do want to get to the top of that water wheel if I can. Here we go. Oh, look at this connection point. Okay, back to up here. Aha. Kick down the ladder to this area. Very nice. Nothing up there, looks like. Nope, just decorative.
There's a sweetness
Let's go
to it,
inside.
like a lullaby.
Oh, there's a note here, I think. Tomorrow I set out for Sacrament in search of aid to dispel this monstrous blight that invades our home. I know Ermgard worries I cannot make the journey. I hear it in the silence between the words of her blessing. When did I grow so old? But my people need me. I will brave the forest one limping step at a time. I pray to the Seeker I will not cross paths with the Balak Taw. So someone went to get our help in town. With a limp. There's a kitty. Decent view from up here. We have been to most of these spaces. We just came to them from a different angle. So we're now getting the other view in.
You're going the wrong way.
And they're calling us out as well. We'll go deal with what they're on about. Great little glade for trees. And now this is back where we were before. So we've circled this whole zone. We've cleared this. We have a little spot down here and by this bridge that we have not gotten to. So let's just make sure that we stick our nose in those areas. We also haven't visited this big tree. Because we came in silly ways, we now have to come in, or rather out, the main entrance just to make sure that we see it. Or our character does. And let's walk down the moat / waterway to the other area. Again, my line is not where the circle is, but that's fine. That's pretty close. Excellent. Okay, so we'll carry down the waterway this way. Look at this. There's a couple crabs on a little separate piece of land. Another fishing spot in here. And we are going to take a peek behind that waterfall to see if we see anything as well. Doesn't look like it from here. Nope. And there's a climb up spot as soon as they let me get out of the water. Interesting stopping point in the middle. We can't access that ladder just yet. But we can jump down to here from there. We want to get that silver pickaxe. I don't think this proceeds any further just yet. And from here we won't be able to knock that down from this end. So we'll go back into town for the moment. Just so we can exit from the top area. We get to the second floor of that house.
He speaks for us.
It's worth having a little look at. Oh, more tomatoes. See me stop on my track for tomatoes. Mess around. Fresh tomatoes. Okay, so now I think we're kind of up top of where we were. Yes, but let's go to this side. Yeah, here we go. Oh, up to the end. Whoops. Okay, we'll do that after. Now we're inside the house. Can't break that stuff.
Through the forest.
Down to the main floor.
From the village.
Could not open that from the other side. A bit of a shortcut there as well. Not a house we can profit from, unfortunately, in terms of theft. Ooh, wait a minute. I'm actually wrong about that. A little fallen ember. So I don't know if we're actually helping this town so much as looting it for ourselves. Okay, looks like we're pretty good now. This would be going west. So let's do that. And we're also now kicking down that other ladder that we just saw from below. More wood. Little grate sitting in there for some reason. Can get down to the other side of that. I don't know if there's value in that to us. I'm going to say no. And keep carrying on this way. I am going to go halfway through into this. Nice. What's this? Yeah, silver. Yeah, I'd love to get that down to 2 from 3. I typically don't buy the recipe for those unless I'm like really running out of things to spend research papers on, because you don't need more than one. Realistically, you can eventually get more slots than that. I can drop down because I can get back up there. I'm going to want to move around for this fight. Have a little snack time. Change to... There we go. We had changed our offhand, which is our quiver, to a cold one. Probably when I tried to eat. Not that it's a bad choice to have, but I do want to keep stacking this elemental buff here. It's important to have my lightning finisher. Health bar and tree is a sure shock sign that you can harvest that one. Okay, so let's go back to where we were on this pillar before we were so rudely attacked, and then jump off the end in the wrong direction. Awesome. Let's get this right. There. That one. Oh man, left and right and then left again. We got it. And all that work is for some preacher's gloves. Usually if it's referencing someone from a religion, preacher, priest, probably cloth item. That's my guess. And those dig spots are quite good, actually. Here we go. Kickdown bridge. And that leads back to... Ooh, it leads to a whisper. And this one, if it doesn't give us the option, that means that it's already activated. Very good. Very good. Okay, let's clear this. Tons of birch on this run. Trying to make sure we got everything in this area. Definitely goes left of this. There's some nettles here, but not the head of them that we need to actually send the nettles into. There's a door on the right side over here. Are they going to let us just open that? Of course not. So I think we come to that from the back side. We'll have a look at that in a minute. Can we get in there? No. Just kept him busy. Okay, I think that's going to cycle around the bottom. And we are right at about the... Just verify here. 47 minutes as of the recording clock. So let's head back and do a town drop. And the process kind of end the video there. And then we'll do our player housing stuff carefully here without falling all the way down. We'll do our player housing work, and that'll let us start the next video off with the buff as well. So this is reconnecting to where we came down. Absolutely. That's ideal. Calling us down there. That's fine. Well, we did the town portion. We just break this door. Can I clear to the outside from the inside? No. Okay, so if I go here... No. Unnecessary. Let's do this tightrope. Speed. Over to here. Spruce. Looks like I can climb this. Reasons unknown. Not what I want to do, I don't think. Well, maybe I do. And then from the top of that... Yeah, look at that. Okay. That's how you get to the chest. Wow. Okay, that's going to do it for exploration for this run, I think. So let's fast travel back to Marketplace. From here, we're going to just dump inventory stuff, do our quick town loop. We still are contributing a few items to Danos. And in fact, I think we're going to need to actually go back into a tier 1 space just to pick up some raw copper. And then I'm going to go into the Roost. And let's just take a moment and do a little tidying up. So we didn't complete anything from Captain Randolph, and that's fine. We will... I always find it's best, and I've talked about this a few times, to deal with the inventory while you're here. That's not the right one. I am still looking for a specific vest or jacket. Those pants are worth holding on to. Okay, what was that bow? Twin recurve with an evasive shot. Yeah, we've had that before. Some hides rolling. Not getting any of the stuff to put in the spinning wheel, the thread. Definitely want to sell that and that. Sell this. This I can use embers on and change, so I might hold on to it for the moment. Yeah. Preacher's gloves were cloth. It's a mesh option. It's probably not what I'm going to end up using in the end. I will keep rings. Let's have a look at what they have for sale. Mesh. Yeah, nothing really too exciting there. Don't have upgrades right now. Worth checking Grimmage. I find once you're decently in the money, it's worth buying the research papers. Checking rings, checking gems are often there. Not the scribe table. I have a better one in my cabin, my player housing. Large experience potion. Wow. Inventory is full. What inventory is that? This one, I presume. Sell some vials.
Hello, old friend.
Okay, well, I had a friend just pop on, so in the interest of having some social time, we'll open the next video from here, and we'll deal with what we need to do in the town loop, and we'll consider that a good outro space. So I'm going to end the video here. In the next one, we'll deal with player housing, and we'll go back out and clear the rest of Marin Woods. So, gratitude for your participation and for your attention. Thanks for coming along this journey with me. Let me know if there's something else you want to see or if I'm missing some pieces. And we'll try to explore as much as we can of this game. Be well.